Good evening, Eagles fans, and welcome to your daily dose of Philly football frenzy. I'm your host, bringing you the latest from the city of brotherly love. Picture this, a team fresh off a Super Bowl triumph, sitting at 4-2, but feeling the heat like they're in the middle of a Philly cheesesteak showdown. What if I told you the Eagles' defense just lost a key piece overnight? That's right, hold on to your green jerseys, because we've got some shocking news that's shaking up the roster. Let's dive right in. First off, the big headline. The Philadelphia Eagles have added some much-needed depth to their defensive line by signing edge rusher Titus to the practice squad. This move comes hot on the heels of a stunning announcement from veteran pass rusher Za'Darius, who abruptly retired after just 1 month with the team. Za'Darius, a former All-Pro who's terrorized quarterbacks across the league with teams like the Packers and Vikings, brought some solid production in his short stint here, racking up pressures and helping plug gaps. But poof, just like that, he's hanging up his cleats. It's a gut punch for a defense that's already been under the microscope this season. Now, let's break this down. The Eagles' D has taken a noticeable step back from last year's championship form. They're struggling to generate consistent pressure up front, which is leaving the secondary exposed like a wide-open receiver. Remember, this all stems from that lingering injury to promising young edge rusher Nolan Smith Jr., a triceps issue he first sustained in the Super Bowl. Nolan's been sidelined, and without that youthful speed off the edge, Philly's pass rush has dropped off. Statistically speaking, their sack total is down 25% from this point last season, and opponents are completing passes at a higher clip because quarterbacks have all day to throw. Titus, the new signee, is more of a special teams specialist right now. He's got that raw athleticism from his college days at Wagner, where he was a standout with double-digit sacks in his senior year. But with our depth issues, don't be surprised if he sees some real defensive snaps soon. He's no household name yet, but hey, every Eagle legend starts somewhere. Think Brian Dawkins emerging as Weapon X back in the day. Speaking of legends, this roster shakeup reminds me of the Eagles' storied history of resilience. We've got a legacy here in Philly that's built on tough, gritty players like Reggie White, the Minister of Defense, who dominated the line in the 80s and 90s, or Donovan McNabb leading those epic comebacks in the early 2000s. Fast forward to now, and we've still got stars like center Jason Kelce anchoring the O-line with his veteran savvy, though even he's been vocal about the team's inconsistencies. On offense, Jalen Hurts is under fire for his passing woes. His yards per game are hovering around 200, and he's not connecting with A.J. Brown as explosively as we'd like. A.J.'s a beast, over 1,000 yards last season, but lately, it's like the chemistry's off. Devonta Smith's slim frame and route-running wizardry could be key to turning this around, but the whole unit needs to gel. Let's add some context here. The Birds are in the midst of a 2-game skid against teams they should have handled easily, echoing that nightmare 2023 collapse when they started 10-1 and then lost 5 of their last 6. Fans are chanting, "Fly Eagles, fly," a little nervously these days, praying this isn't a repeat. Philly's passionate base, packing Lincoln Financial Field with that electric energy, deserves better. And let's not forget our NFC East rivalries. The Cowboys and Giants are lurking, ready to pounce if we slip further. Stat-wise, our defense ranks middle of the pack in points allowed, but against a Vikings squad that's boasting one of the league's top units, led by their shutdown secondary, this Sunday's home game could be a turning point. I caught up with a fictional Eagles insider, let's call him Coach Vic, a nod to our defensive coordinator Vic Fangio, for his take. He told me, "Look, losing Za'Darius hurts, but it's next man up in Philly. Titus Leo's got that hunger. He's raw, but with our coaching, he could surprise. We need to dial up more blitzes, get creative with stunts on the line to mask our depth issues." And imagine Jalen Hurts post-game, "It's on us to step up. We've got the talent, A.J., Smitty, the whole crew. Time to silence the critics and fly high again." Looking ahead, this Vikings matchup is massive. Minnesota's defense is no joke. They're top 5 in sacks and turnovers forced, so the Eagles will need to protect Hurts and establish the run early. A win here could snap the streak, boost morale, and keep us in the playoff hunt. But a loss, it might ramp up trade talks for a more established edge rusher before the deadline. My prediction, Philly bounces back at home, 24-20, with a late Hurts touchdown scramble sealing the deal. It's got that pop culture vibe, like Rocky Balboa getting back up after a knockdown. Eagles Nation, the season's far from over. Stay passionate, keep the faith, and let's pack the link this Sunday. Tune in next time for more updates. And remember, fly Eagles fly. What do you think? Will we right the ship? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until then, this is your Eagles anchor signing off. Go Birds!